He is absolutely shocking everybody with his tremendous play because he is looking like an all-star for the Lakers, as the Lakers were able to sneak past the Nets, due in large part to Austin Reaves, as he had a career high to carry the Lakers, along with a guy who is 40 years old but does not look like it, as he continues to be a steadying force for this Laker team, especially when Anthony Davis does not play. What's good? I'm Okechi Apakama, and this is Lakers Digest coming at you with another video. And before we get into that game recap we have for you, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, especially with us trying to push towards our goal of 5,000 subscribers before the end of the month. And each and every person who like, comment, and subscribe to the channel are greatly appreciated. We see you guys. Now, with that out of the way, let's hop straight into that game recap as Austin Reaves leads the way. So, the Lakers, before the game even started, had Anthony Davis being a late scratch against the Brooklyn Nets due to the plantar fasciitis that he's been dealing with for most of the season. But that did not matter, as Austin Reaves stepped up into a career high in scoring and was truly electric for the Lakers down the stretch, and was the main reason why the Lakers were able to get a 1-point victory against the Brooklyn Nets, 103-102. So let's take a look at those stats for the Lake Show. And the Lakers had Austin Reaves score 38 points in that one. He was 13 for 23 from the field. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a couple of steals, but he was really great scoring the basketball. And then LeBron James, the 40-year-old who does not look like a 40-year-old, had 29 points, 12 of 17 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3. He had 8 assists and 7 rebounds to go along with 2 block shots there. And some solid play off the bench from Gabe Vincent the Lakers had. He had 10 points in this one, back-to-back games with double-digit points. And then Hachimura, who didn't shoot the ball particularly well, 4 of 10 from the field, did have 10 points in this game. But mostly the headline of this game is LeBron James and Austin Reaves, specifically Austin Reaves, as this is the type of ascension and step up the Lakers were looking for a guy like Austin Reaves. And he is really looking like, maybe not an all-star caliber player, maybe not to that level, but just right under it, because he is playing some tremendous basketball ever since they traded D'Angelo Russell. And it's because he's been getting a lot more opportunities with the ball in his hand, and he's been doing it with the pass, and now he's doing it with the scoring as well, with 38 points. And he was really cooking down the stretch. He was doing a lot of moves left and right, and be able to get to his 3-point shot and also get into the lane and get fouls, which he does truly well. So Austin Reaves looked like a very solid player for the Los Angeles Lakers coming down the stretch and just throughout this whole game. But the Lakers as a team did not look great. This wasn't really a great game for the Lakers, due in large part because the Brooklyn Nets are a team that is not that great. And they were missing a good amount of dudes. They did have D'Angelo Russell. They did have Ben Simmons. They did have Nick Claxton, some of these NBA players who have been around for a couple of seasons. But for due in large part, most of these guys were younger guys who hadn't had too many experience out there. And they were just kind of playing at some points in the games with their chickens with their heads cut off, because there was a lot of unforced errors and turnovers. So it was a very just ugly basketball game. But the Lakers were able to get the win, which was the big thing. But there's some things they definitely have to clean up, especially when they're playing against better teams, because they can't be coming down and playing down to the other team's level, especially when you're trying to get somewhere in later in the season, that postseason there. So, but Austin Reaves and LeBron James really had the Lakers' backs, because they were able to use their scoring and their playmaking to really uplift the Los Angeles Lakers. And it was just a couple of different things for the Lakers, mostly just because when Anthony Davis does not play, things are vastly different, because that was the big thing for the day. With Anthony Davis not playing, the Lakers truly change as a team. They can still get wins as they've shown this season, but it doesn't come as easy, because Anthony Davis does so much for this team defensively and offensively that he is just very hard to replace. So other guys have to step up, and then you step in Austin Reaves. Like I said, tremendous game from him. He was just been putting up great numbers for the past, I believe, 9 games. So this is from Christmas Day, pretty much, as Austin Reaves has been averaging over 20 points, 43% from the field, 39% from 3, and 9.6 assists really killing the game is Austin Reaves, and the Lakers need every bit of it because they did lose a ball handle in D'Angelo Russell, who was on the other side of things for the Lakers and had a very good game. Really made things interesting there in that fourth quarter for the Brooklyn Nets. Because if we just take a look at the stats there for the Nets, D'Angelo Russell off the bench, who was playing in limited minutes but really played well there down the stretch, had 19 points, 5 of 10 from 3, and he had 8 assists, so really setting guys up there. And then in their starting unit, which isn't too good, but they had some guys play well from there in spurts. Ben Simmons was really passing the ball really well, but and then you had Zaire Williams, who was Bronny's old teammate at Sierra Canyon, had a pretty solid game with 15 points. And then Noah Clowley, who hit a couple of 3-point shots. But the Nets were really just kind of hanging in there, due in large part to the 3-point shooting they were displaying in that fourth quarter. That's why it was a closer game than it should have been. The Lakers should have probably ran away with this game at some point, but they just couldn't really find it on offense, and they were giving up a lot of easy looks on defense. And like I said, those can be attributed a lot to Anthony Davis just not being on the floor. And when you don't have him, it just really pushes a lot of things back. You have to have more minutes for guys like Jackson Hayes and Trey Jameson, who actually played some minutes for the Los Angeles Lakers in his first game as a Laker, but he hasn't really got too much practice time, so he didn't know too much of what was going on. Yes, he was running hard and doing some things that you would like rebounding, and he had a couple of steals, but he didn't score any points. They weren't really looking for him to score. And he definitely looked lost at different points of the game, so he definitely has to be caught up to speed. But the Lakers, like I said, they were without Anthony Davis and also without Dorian Finney-Smith as well, who is still out because he recently just had a newborn. So he's, there with his mother, the mother of the child, and then and the girlfriend, excuse me. So, like, both of them have been just away from the team. So without two very huge defensive pieces, the Lakers really were suffering on the defensive end, giving up a lot of easy looks. And to a Brooklyn Nets team that was just really poor offensively, they had probably one of the worst offensive games I've ever seen in NBA history, as they lost by 59 points to the Clippers on Wednesday. So just a lot of problems over there, but the Lakers were able to get the win. And like I said, it's due in large part to my next topic here, and that's Reaves' great play continues. Austin Reaves has really ascended, like I said, since D'Angelo Russell was traded away, and he's been giving this more opportunity and more responsibility, and he's been taking this with stride and grace and really playing well, doing different things that the Lakers need, whether it's passing the basketball, because he has been third in assists per game, only behind Nikola Jokic and Trae Young in the whole entire NBA. So he has been great on that part, and he's just been a guy that's just been tremendous for the Lakers in setting up pace, and also being a guy that can get to the free throw line as well. So Austin Reaves has been doing a lot of different things for this Lakers squad, and it is culminating into his season stats here, as he's now getting closer up to 18 points per game. He is averaging just about 6 assists per game, 4.3 rebounds per game, which is pretty solid for your point guard, and averaging 1.1 steals per game, shooting 43% from the field and 36% from three, almost 38% from corner three. So that is very good from a guy like Austin Reaves. And he's doing that at a much higher volume because he is getting that opportunity, with him and pretty much LeBron being the only main ball handlers for this team. Yes, they have Gabe Vincent, but he's more of a spot up guy, and then he'll do things off the dribble when he needs to, or in late shot clock. But for the most part, when the Lakers are running their offense, it's through LeBron James, it's through Austin Reaves. So those two guys have really been taking up the mantle of playmaking and ball handling, and they've done a pretty solid job of doing it. Austin Reaves especially, because you expect that sort of thing from a guy like LeBron James because he's been doing it for years on end, but Austin Reaves has been stepping up into this new role, and he has been feeling it quite nicely. So it is nice to see Austin Reaves play well and play up to this standards, because with his play, it's really starting to make me think that he should be more in the most improved conversation. And it is very strange to me that a guy like Austin Reaves isn't really in that conversation just yet. I know some other guys will probably be winning that winning that most improved player. Maybe it's a guy like a Cade Cunningham or of that nature, or Tyler Hero, who was we just saw against Miami. So he's been playing pretty well this season. And maybe those guys will probably win the award, but Austin Reaves needs to be in the conversation just because of his improved play and extended responsibilities. So this is a guy that has to get talked about more, especially in those national circles, because he is really playing great basketball. And just one more thing I just wanted to hit on, but both Anthony Davis and Dorian Finney-Smith did not play, but Redick talked about that after the game, as he expects both Anthony Davis and Finney-Smith to be back for the next game. He said that Anthony Davis was held out mostly out of an abundance of caution with the plantar fasciitis. So they saw a team like the Brooklyn Nets, honestly, and they could probably get a win. They were able to get a win, albeit it wasn't an easy win, but they were still able to get that win, and they were still able to rest Anthony Davis. So you save him up for, obviously, for some of those bigger challenges. They'll be playing the Clippers, who are one of the top-rated defenses in the league, on Sunday in their new Intuit Dome. But that's probably going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys comment down below of what do you guys think of Austin Reaves and his play. Do you think you're in the same thinking of me, that he should be in the most improved player conversation? Or do you think he should be even getting some all-star consideration just because of the way he's been playing recently? And how do you think the Lakers will fare when they get some of their players back now, with Anthony Davis and Finney-Smith coming back to the lineup? They should shore up that defense a lot more, and there shouldn't be moments like this where you're playing up against the wall against a team like the Brooklyn Nets. So let us know what you think in the comments down below. And there is still 91% of you who have recently watched our videos who have not subscribed to the channel just yet. And if you guys want more of that Laker news, Laker updates, trade rumors, game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest so you don't miss any of that action. All right, I've been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.